brand new generation of the Hyundai Venue. It's a big deal. This is the fastest growing segment in the market. It's a huge volume seller for Hyundai, and it's a car that has set benchmarks in the past. So let's get straight into it, and literally into it is where I am. As you can see, I'm starting from the inside because, you know, there's lots to talk about a new car always, but there's three things in particular that got me a little excited. Now, you might think that these are silly things, but bear with me. First is the key fob. We finally have the nice new cool oval key fob, not that really dumpy old looking one that's been there for years and years and years on every Hyundai model. So that's nice. The second is the fact that I'll talk about the screens in a second, but take a look at this. Yes, it's Apple CarPlay, but it's wireless Apple CarPlay. So even at the top end, you now get wireless connectivity to the smartphone, of course, Android Auto too. And that's a nice thing to have. And the third thing is that on the diesel, yes, there is still a diesel, you get an automatic now. So again, great to have. So these are the things that got me excited. Let me quickly tell you a little bit more. On the engines, you of course still have the 1-liter GDI, that's the turbo engine, which is the car I'm in. This also has the 7-speed DCT as an option and a 6-speed manual. The diesel, 6-speed manual and auto. And on the 1.2 MPI, which is the entry model, only a 5-speed manual. So that part is sort of like before. Now, this big screen, that's the thing that's going to get your attention. It's curved, it's huge, and yet it doesn't look sort of giant and overdone. That's nice. 12.3 inch. As I said, it's got the smartphone connectivity. It also is a connected car, so it has the connected car suite. It also gives you new graphics and a whole new look as far as the car is concerned. And yes, telematics are built in, but then you also have a lot when it comes to safety, as I'll tell you about in a second, including ADAS. Now, the new look continues with the steering wheel because you've only got these 4 dots. This is something you saw coming in with the Ioniq range, and those 4 dots spell out Hyundai, of course, but the idea is that no more logo here. It's all very subtle. This blue palette is new as well. So is the texture of the plastic. It's got this grainy granite look, and the word Venue embossed into it. So overall, you'll feel the inside is more new in a sense than the outside. The dual tone seats are nice to have. You've got the Venue badging in the seat as well. Again, dark blue and white. New colors on the outside I'll talk about in a second. 8-speaker Bose sound system. There's no panoramic sunroof, but you do have the regular sunroof still on this car. And of course, the virtual cluster still remains, but this is the bigger one. This is the one with the new updated graphics, lots of different functionality and some customization options as well. Wireless phone charger, the nice to have ventilated front seats, and also the 360 camera view. Yes, that screen is always nice to have. Now on the outside, you see a new color. It's called Mystic Blue. There's another blue. It's like a dull gray blue. And then there's also a new red called Dragon Red. You'll be forgiven for thinking that, does this just look like a facelift of the old car? Well, you know what? They've maintained the overall profile shape. You've got, of course, new roof rails and a whole lot of this very exaggerated muscle that has been chiseled into the metal. You see that protruding there on that front fender. You also see it back here going all the way into this door. That's the sort of signature new styling element, if you will. Of course, the face is new too, in the sense that it doesn't look like the current car. But as I said, you'd be forgiven for thinking that this is a facelift because it kind of takes the overall appeal and profile of that last car and then adds these new elements. So completely new look as far as the DRLs and the signature lighting is concerned, more in line with what you've seen on the Creta and the Alcazar. Big Hyundai logo, the glossy grille. Of course, some of these elements will change on the N line, which is also being offered from the very start this time. Now, a whole lot of these things are not just about being cosmetic. The car is actually a little bit taller and longer than before. In fact, the wheelbase is a little bit longer than before as well, and that's always good because you get more space on the inside. The part that interests me the most, 71% of the structure, the company says, now uses advanced high strength or ultra high strength or high strength steel, which means a more crash capable structure. So that's again something that always is good. 31 overall standard safety features on the car, also good to have, which means things like 6 airbags, ISOFIX, seat belts with pre-tensioners, 3-point seat belts, all of that is standard. In addition to that, you've got more than 60 features that are part of the optional safety feature suite, and that includes level 2 ADAS. Now, the ADAS itself has 16 functions, so you've seen that from a lot of the brands. You've of course seen that from Hyundai now, and so it's nice to see that the Venue gets all of that too. How do you like this overall styling? You got to tell me in the comments below.